So what I want you guys to do is, this is kind of a game. I'm going to give you a spreadsheet after this too that I'll post up in Slack. The goal of this is, think of this as like a fill in the blanks type of thing. Like the goal is to fill in, think like bingo, like blackout. You want to literally fill this thing out. You want no empty spaces left. So what I want you guys to do, this should be like, if you're trying to think of what to be doing right now in business, I would focus on this above anything else. I'd literally block off a few hours a day for this sole task. First, go through the memory jogger, get everybody into a list, everybody you could possibly think of, and then come back to it again the next day and go through it again because you're going to remember a few other people. Maybe meet with 2 or 3 other people, build a little accountability group and go through your list. And then somebody's gonna be like, oh yeah, I added so-and-so who's my orthodontist. Oh, I know my orthodontist. I should add them to my list. Like it'll start to jog your memory of like other things that you could add in there that you maybe didn't think of. So the goal is, once you have this list of all these people, we need to get their name, we need to get their phone, we need to get their email for everybody. So that's for, assuming it's a couple, you want to get both spouses. You want to get the kids info if you can. You want to get the pets info, like get the names of their kids, get the names of their pets, get the ages of their kids, their pets, like try to get as much of that info as you can. You want to get all the key dates, the birth dates, the wedding anniversary, the house anniversary, like get those dates. You could straight ask your clients for them, or you could just go through their freaking Facebook, go through their Instagram. Just load your client up. And now, first red flag, like if you're not friends with them on social, add them. You should be friends with your friends on social, like hopefully that goes without saying, but just cruise through their feed and just scroll through and you'll see like there'll be a bunch of people posting happy birthday, Jeremy. Oh, guess what? I just found Jeremy's birthday. Fill that blank in. Go over to Ashley, like, boom. Oh, here's her birthday. Boom, fill that in. If they have kids, you scroll through their feed. They're naturally, every parent, oh, congratulations, Nixon's 6 years old today. Like, every parent posts when it's their kid's birthday. You could very easily find their kids' birthdays. Those of you guys that just have pets, like you're posting about your pets' birthdays. If you scroll through people's feeds, you might think like, oh, this is a huge waste of time. I'll argue with this, one of the most valuable uses of your time that you could possibly have is getting all of these key dates. So I want to challenge you to find as many of those key dates as you possibly can, because having all of those key dates is going to allow you to do a lot of amazing things with them. And then you want to add them all on social media. So if you haven't already added them on social, go through and add them. And then what I would recommend is the ones that are VIPs, like your clients that have referred you business, have done business with you multiple times, people that are influencers, people that are very likely to refer you business. You want to not just add them, but you want to save them as favorites on social. So whether it's Instagram or it's on Facebook, after you add somebody, you can click again and then choose to make them a favorite. The reason you want to make them favorites is a couple things. If you make them a favorite on Facebook, once you make them a favorite, you could actually choose to see their post at the top of your list. So what that will do is make sure that anytime somebody you have saved as a favorite makes a post, it is at the top of your feed, because Lord knows all Facebook wants to do is fill you full of ads. For me, I get targeted with hockey fight videos because those are fun to watch. It's really fun watching. I got this great double knockout yesterday. It was super fun. But it's going to show up above the hockey fight. So go in and save them all as favorites. And then in Facebook, make sure to check the little box that'll say see first, I believe is what it's called. And now when you scroll through your feed, if anybody who's one of your favorites made a post, it's going to be at the top of your list. Now they make a post, guess what? You're freaking commenting on it. You're engaging into a conversation with them. You want to do that. Plus you want to look for magic moments, which we'll talk about in a little bit as well. And then same thing on Instagram. After you follow somebody on Instagram, you can add them as a favorite. And then on Instagram, on the top left, you can tap and it will be either all or favorites. And then you can see a feed of only your favorites on Instagram. It should be a small portion of your day that you're just going on to social and stalking people, like looking for magic moments of what's happening in their lives. Go for it.
Kyle, I put a VIP form together that I give all new clients at intake, and then you can send it to your entire database. and it'll have things like their kids' birthdays, their pets. I also ask them like their favorite, whether they like brownies, caramels, or something else, because you want to reward people in the thing that is most meaningful to them or the thing they enjoy. So somebody sent me a big basket full of nuts one year, and it's like, great, but I don't like nuts. So know the currency that people enjoy, and you can send this one form out to every single person, capture all that stuff, or use a VA to capture a lot of this stuff if you want to get next level, and then you can be proactive with it. So if you send the kids a little birthday present or a gift card to Target or something like that, now when it comes time to sell, there's no way the kid's going to let somebody else sell the house, you know, who's been dropping off notepads at the house. They're going to be like, no, I want to sell with John because he always sends me a birthday present. Like, I know that sounds stupid, but it's legit. So this is really, really good. If anybody wants that VIP form to knock it off, you can just hit me up on Slack.
Yeah, just throw it in Slack and we'll make sure everybody gets a copy of it. That's a good experience and share. Appreciate that. Yeah, it's going through your old people. You got to do a lot of the digging yourself. It's weird if you send a questionnaire randomly. Now you could take the questionnaire, send it, and then do a raffle, do a gift, right? You could offer, yeah, you could offer something of value.
Can you probably make it a Google form?
Who, us? Yeah. But this is so important. Like, some of you guys are probably sitting here like, fuck that, I just want new Zillow leads. Fuck you. Fuck Zillow. What if Zillow's not around a year from now? There's a saying is like, you don't want to build your castle on somebody else's land. Like, this is your castle. Build this on your land. Like, I promise you, your sphere of influence will be your #1 lead source when you retire from real estate. If we look at whether your career is 1 year or 100 years, it's going to be your #1 source of business. It's going to be your sphere or referrals that came from your sphere. You add those two up, I promise you it's your #1 lead source you'll ever have in this business. That's why we're starting with this. So fuck Zillow, fuck Op City, fuck ISA points, fuck everything else until you have this nailed down. Because if you don't, you're basically trying to build a house on sand with no foundation. It's just going to sink. This is the foundation of your business. Like, nothing else matters until you have this nailed down. You need to focus on this stuff first. This is far more important than anything else in the business. Once you have this, let's go Zillow, let's go Op City, let's go ISAs, let's go everything else. But until we have this nailed down, nothing else matters.